Hey there, it's Jill Blanchett with card number 2 from the Hello Spring Paper Pumpkin Kit. Today, well, not today, but for this card, this is what it looks like. And then we're going to peel the belly band off for just, I'm going to say we're making just kind of a basic card. Let me move my board over so I get a better idea of where the end of my video is at. So we're going to get started with that one. We're going to use part of an envelope on this one. We'll use a half of one of the green cards, one of those frames. We'll use a lot for this card. The chives and the little stripey thing. And those are all the pieces that we're going to need to build this card. We're going to start with a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of old olive that we've scored at 2 3/4, turned it and scored again at 2 3/4, so that we go right up to the center of the card and it closes up for us. We're going to cut this green card in half and down on the 8th. So I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. Then I'm going to cut it in half at 2 1/8. Oh, that's not right. Oh, 2 3/4. So we want to go 2 1/2. I don't think that's right either. Hold on while I grab. All right, 2 5/8, because the card is 5 1/4. So 2 1/2 and 2 1/2 makes the 5, and then the quarter, we need a half of that for the 8th. So 2 1/8. And we got to be careful on these cuts because we're limited on how many pieces we have. And yeah, I'm notorious for, oh, and I cut down on the 8th and I cut my card on the up and down on the quarter. So let's just go to 2 1/2 just to make the even border all the way around. I apologize. Get that lined up. I do apologize for that. And it wouldn't matter, but you know, we want a nice looking border to be even. So we're going to go ahead and glue these on to our front flaps. I believe this is called a gatefold. I'll put these two on. You know, I like to get stuff off my desk, so easier we can clean up the desk, the better. Less stuff hanging around to get in the way, get cut wrong, get used in the wrong spot. I know that happens to me occasionally, so I assume it may happen to others as well. All right, so now our card outside is done. We're going to get this stuff off the desk. I've got basic beige at 4 by 5 1/4. I did not stamp anything on the inside. If you want to add some verbiage to the inside, do so before you glue it on. Just in case, that gives you the back side of your paper to try again. All right, so there we've got our card built. Now we're going to build our belly band. Our belly band is, I want 1 1/8 inches wide. Let me see that on that. Make sure. Yes, 1 1/8 inch wide. Why the 1/8? I'm not sure. But we're going to just cut the envelope right at 1 1/8. How about we go this way? So we've got 1/8. So 3 1/4 will be 1 1/8 on this. Cut that off. Save the envelope because we'll use it again. Then we need to trim off the outside. And that might be where I got the 1/8 from. I might have went a little bit further and had to trim that off. So, all right, we're just going to trim that off so that it opens. And now we've got a strip. Strip to go around our card. So I tried keeping the green up. I thought it was too much green, so I laid the beige side up, and I like that a lot better, the contrast. So I'm just going to show you. Bend it over, fold it over. You don't need to trim anything. You could just glue it in place. However, if you don't like this piece here showing, I'm just going to cut it off and show you. Should work. I'm just cutting that hunk off where it overlaps. Then I'll put a little bit of glue down. Glue these two pieces together. You still got a little bit of a seam. It's just not as, chunky as the last one. And hopefully I did this okay. Let's give it a second to dry. Hoping we still have enough, because I didn't try this on my other card. Let's keep that one there. Let's bend this one over first. Then we'll bend this one over. See, we still have enough. Don't pull it too tight or you won't be able to slide it off. But just go ahead and put a little glue on the tip of it. A little bit on that tip. On the other side. And bend them over to glue together. And then that makes a nice belly band that will slide on and off. I'm going to leave it there for a hot second so that it dries some more, and I got the base of the card to build it on. Then we have our frame. I'm going to go ahead and glue that on in like the center. Now that half a second that my glue bottle was plugged up, I even had the pin in there. All right, so we're going to glue this piece down, eyeballing top and bottom. Looks like we got about the same amount of the frame, left to right about the same amount. All right, so we're going to call that where we want it. Then I have this piece from the kit. We're going to Petunia pop up some of those little flowers again. Take that. Little background piece off there. We're going to put a couple of these flowers on there. And then because the Lost Lagoon is a color on here that coordinates with the kit, I thought that I would put my words in Lost Lagoon, but you know what? I don't think I'm going to on this one. I think I'm going to go back to Old Olive, because this particular flowery thing doesn't have any Lost Lagoon on it. So I don't want to put it on there. We're going to use Old Olive. on a scrap piece of white. Close that up, and then I'm going to fussy cut that out. I won't make you watch, but we're going to fussy cut this out. And then we are going to pop that up with a bow. And we should be pretty much done, so hang on. All right, we've got that cut out. I'm going to pop it up on top of the little stripy piece, put some dimensional pieces underneath of it. Pop that up on there. One more. Then I just kind of centered it a little bit. That's not centered, but then this twine came in the kit this month, so we're just going to make a bow. Get our little loops where we want them. And then I got a glue dot from who knows what Paper Pumpkin kit that came in. We get a bajillion of them. I'm just going to stick that on the back. If you get these on the roll, they're awesome, you guys. If you like to use them and you hate the little backing on them, by all means, buy a box of them. You'll not regret it. Now we're going to put some glue on the back. Just did that backwards. I want to glue this guy on first. So let me take my band off now. We want to glue this on first. Again, eyeballing top and bottom where it looks like it's on there good. Then we can glue our stripy piece over onto the band part. And then it just slides on over our card. Like so. And there's our second card. Thanks for watching.